I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect a sword to go through his throat like that at that exact moment. Now, it was set up that he was probably going to die. I mean, he is fighting this Demon King pretty much, but I didn't expect a sword to just go through the back of his throat, and that was how he was going to die. I mean, if he somehow lives, I think that's gonna be a stretch, but that seems like a kill shot to me at least. But that was such a unique experience for Blue Exorcist. I've been enjoying it since, last week kind of a thing, and it really felt like the pace was picking up, things were starting to happen. But just adding that kind of shock moment, it felt perfect for that scene where everything was being set up. Rin is learning the past of what's happened. They've always kept this demon locked away, but if both of those eyes come back, it would be revived. The sword was given to Rin's father by Bond's father there, and because he realized, the sword's, it's just an empty sword, there's nothing to it, I know you're not going to kill his kid, kind of how the friendship began. It was a really cool backstory. I love seeing him treat his clan members, him getting thrown away pretty much, trying to get killed because he knows their secrets. But at the core, that ending scene with that sword going through his throat, it just wrapped this episode up in the perfect bow, because I thought the entire episode, it was great. Best episode of Blue Exorcist Season 2 so far. But when that sword goes through his throat, and that's how the episode ends, I'm just thinking, wow, they took this episode in a much different direction, as if, despite there being this sense of danger, I wasn't feeling like, at this moment, he might actually escape. One of the characters are going to come and protect him. It did feel like a safe moment when he got killed. There was this entire episode, it did feel like he was running into a suicide mission, protecting this girl who essentially betrayed him, but it did feel like he could die at any moment. But at that exact moment when he died, it felt like he was safe. Despite there being this menacing force about to kill him, it felt like a character was going to be there. He could escape. He had this pretty much spirit protecting this fire guardian. But at that exact moment, it was such a, wow, I'm surprised they did that. It was not a, oh, I'm so sad he died. It's a more of, I'm glad they went that route. They made it feel safe for just a brief moment, despite there being this terror lurking around, to that happening. Because the entire episode was Rin pretty much being recruited to fight this, and you got the sense of, okay, Rin's gonna rise to the challenge, he's gonna beat this guy. Okay, I mean, if one guy already came to follow Bond's father, I mean, I'm sure there's others. Sword through the throat. This is why I like Blue Exorcist. It does things like this very, and not often, but when it does things like this to really make you appreciate what the series is, you feel like it's a bit more than just atypical shonen. This is what's always kept me interested with Season 1, and I'm glad Season 2 is not denying the greatness that Season 1 had. I mean, I know a lot of people weren't a fan of the anime original content, I definitely was, but even the core manga content that it adapted, there were definitely moments where I just felt like, wow, this is really interesting, this is going in a different direction than I thought a shonen series would go. And Season 2 is definitely becoming a really solid season. I'm really interested. I'm super excited for next week to see what can happen. I think the main thing I really hope with this season, as obviously Bond's going to get some character development, his father died, he fought with his father, that's going to break him the same way Rin broke him, and I assume that's how Rin and him are going to kind of bond. But I really hope we see a couple of the other characters. Now, because this isn't their arc, but I do hope some of the other characters who still don't fully trust Rin, they get a bit of proper development, not just, oh, I hate Rin, oh, now Rin saved us so we like him. I do hope there is going to be some amazing development, or just points with them outside of Rin and Bond to make me really appreciate this season, because that was one of my issues with Season 1, is it felt like not all the characters had the time to shine. Now, obviously, the characters are going to get their own arcs here and there. If we'll ever see in the anime form, it's hard to tell. But I do really hope that before the season ends, we get more than just Bond, who gets some good development, as it's clear as day he's going to get some. But I will say, the CGI that they used for this Demon King, I thought it was a little boring. Now, I do appreciate it when they do go CGI for monsters to make them feel different from the core cast. Rewrite does it for their animation, but I felt like because it was just white, it felt very plain and just really, it felt out of place. That was probably the worst part of the episode in my opinion. But the core content for this episode was actually really damn interesting. It had me at times on the edge of my seat being like, what's gonna happen? Where are they going? They're showing a lot of backstory. Okay, is he gonna die protecting her? Nope, they got away. There's just a lot of points in this episode that really made me feel like this is the Blue Exorcist I know and love. I'm so happy it's back. Last week was a great episode, but this week it really feels like they're setting the bar high, and I hope next week doesn't disappoint, because this was a great episode. I'm just really hoping, just more characters get some proper screen time and development here. I mean, maybe they won't, and maybe it'll be in the next arc if we ever get to see another season. It really depends on how this sells. But I have to say, I'm really interested to see how Bond's gonna react and how Rin might be able to help him through this. And if Bond just lashes out, kind of charges forward to go against the enemy, and Rin's gonna have to pull him back and save his ass. I think that's probably what's gonna happen. But for anyone who watched this episode, What did you think? Did you see that sword going through his throat? Because for me, it felt like a safe moment when that happened, despite there being a menacing evil lurking about. Let me know your thoughts and what you think next week's gonna go and how Bond's gonna react. Before you leave, hit that like button if you did enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.